Hey guys, what's going on? Adam here with Indie Farm Life. Working on setting the post for this lean-to, and not really happening today because the used 3-point auger I bought for the tractor is in need of some repair. But I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you guys how to replace the pin, the push pin that holds the yoke onto the tractor for the PTO line. I don't know if I made any sense or not, but let me show you what we're dealing with. So I went to try to hook this up to the tractor, and actually this push button wasn't even all the way out yet, but it was sticking out enough that where I could get a piece of or a pair of pliers on it and kind of pull it. So I don't know if the camera will focus there or not, but you can see if I slide this, you can kind of see it coming across there. There's the lock. The problem is there was no spring in here on the backside to keep pushing this way to lock it in place. So I flipped it over and just took a nice punch here and drove this pin out the other side, which is still sticking a little bit. And so now I have the lock or the pin out of here. This backside is all open and it's supposed to have a retaining pin plus a spring, which is all that nice stuff there. So that's the fun little mess I'm dealing with. Not too bad of a repair, but now I just got to figure out which type I can buy that will actually fit that. So I will hop back on here whenever I had said part and tell you where I got it, what it cost, and that stuff. You know, the important deets. All right, guys. I think I finally have what I need to get this PTO shaft fixed up. There's several different ways these PTO yoke pins go into the housing, so let me show you the one that I have. So there are a couple different ways these pins go into the housing here. Some go all the way through the pinhole, and on the back side we'll have a retaining clip. This one, and actually let me find the pin that came out of there. So here's the pin that came out of this one. And the way it works is you slide it into the hole here, push it all the way in, put a spring behind it, and then you cap it with a washer. And that washer is what holds it in place, which doesn't make a lot of sense on the surface until you notice that there are, the camera will pick this up or not, these little divots right here. Let me see if I can refocus it. These little divots right here actually have then on the inside a lip that will hold a washer in place. So you kind of just punch it past those little lips, and then that will hold the spring and the pin in place. Now that's how it's supposed to work in principle. Mine are a little bit rusted out, so this might be a bit of an issue for me. We will see. So here's the kit. Really nothing more than a pin, a spring, and a washer. And that pin doesn't quite fit my setup, so I'm going to be using the old pin that I had, but I think this was like $9. So literally, guys, I bought a spring and a washer for like $8 or $9. Could I have pieced it together for cheaper? Yeah, but time is money, right? Okay, we will do this together. I had to get gloves on because it's a little chilly today. About 25 degrees. So, pretty simple process, or so I say. Take the pin, put it in the hole. As you can see right now, if I were to hook up the tractor, maybe you can see right there, there's nothing blocking that channel, and that would allow it to go right on the tractor. As this gets pushed across here, you can see in that position how it would lock onto the tractor. So once the spring's in there, you open it, slide it on the tractor, and then the spring pushes it right back to lock it in place. Rocket science, huh? Should probably get some safety glasses because I could see this going real bad. Well, I'm gonna need a hammer for one. All right, I apologize for all the sniffles too. A little chilly. Starting to lose dexterity in my fingers. Makes it all the more fun. All right, got it depressed. Let's see if I can't get this thing in there. My board is resting on top of my hammer. Got got one side of it in there. It's not entirely square, but all right, seems to be in there. Not something you want to come off your tractor running at 540. It's not exactly square. I might try to square that up a little bit more, but you guys get the idea of how this works. So just to now reiterate, got the washer in there holding the spring and the pin, and you can see looking down there, that's how it'd be locked on the tractor. That's how you open her up to slide the PTO on and closed. Nice little fix. Well, it's in there. I think it'll hold. Honestly, I think what I might do is come back with a welder and just spot weld behind, just a real quick weld behind that washer to keep it in place. I don't have the greatest confidence that's going to stay. I'd be curious to hear from you guys too in the comments whether that's actually the way you do it. Made logical sense on the front end that that's how you do it. You can't get the washer through any other way than coming in the backside. So from the factory, when everything's perfectly put together and brand new, probably has a decent hold on it, but I'm not so confident in this situation. So like I said, that spot weld might be the way I roll. You can always buy another pin, like I said, with the clip behind it, but it'd take 10 seconds with a welder to put a few little spots behind it to hold it in place. So that's likely my fix. There's really no rush to get that fixed ultimately, or get that weld in there. That PTO shaft's for the post hole digger, and I don't plan on running it yet this fall. I was going to, but it just got too cold, so the lean-to is gonna be put off until next spring, so this thing can wait. Plus, I don't really want to break Chris's track record of not using the welder he bought, I think, over 3 years ago. Up until about July of this summer, it had never even been plugged in and taken out of the box, so kudos to him. But we'll get that thing out, get a little spot weld on this thing, fix it up. If you would, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come back and see us. We appreciate hearing from you guys. Take care.